Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Flint, and if you are watching this video, it is probably because you heard about my plan to eat pizza and M&Ms every day for the next 6 weeks. So before I go into why I'm doing that and what my exact plan is, I wanted to just give you a little bit of background information about myself, and so you know a little bit about who I am and what's the driving force behind this. I've been in the fitness industry for about 9 years now. I am a bodybuilding.com sponsored athlete and spokesmodel. I am the owner of Fit Like Flint and creator of the Battle Body Fitness Program. I am an NASM certified personal trainer with a nutrition specialization, an officer in the Air National Guard, a mom of 3 children, homeschool mom of 3 children, and I am an endomorph. And that's usually where people are like, what? So that's really important to mention because being an endomorph, there are 3 somatypes or body types, and they are ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. And the endomorphs are the people who find it kind of difficult to gain muscle, but really easy to gain fat. And we're the ones who, you know, look at the candy bar and gain 5 pounds just by glancing over at it. I've struggled my whole life. And it wasn't until I found weight training back in 2007 that the shape of my body began to change. I'd always been a pear, and that was fine, but I wanted to build my upper body to balance my lower body. And so weight training really helped me do that, but I was still struggling with nutrition. I was doing the very typical clean eating diet of primarily, you know, broccoli and chicken and brown rice and egg whites, and just very boring, very repetitive diet. And it wasn't until I was pregnant with my 3rd child about 2.5 years ago that I started hearing more about flexible dieting and found it very intriguing because I had been on that, you know, overly restrictive, then binging cycle for a very long time. And I had made it a point during my pregnancy to develop a better relationship with food. And so when I found out about flexible dieting, I was like, whoa, maybe I can actually have, you know, the body that I want to have and still have a good relationship with food and end this cycle that I've had for so many years. So I started learning more about it and trying it out while I was pregnant, because I knew once I had my baby, you know, I was going to be nursing, and that wasn't really going to be my focus for a little bit. And so it's changed everything for me. It's changed everything. And so I tell you my whole laundry list of qualifications and everything I'm involved in, just so you know, I'm busy, and none of this comes easy for me. And so I have to have something that works, that I don't have to spend hours on. I don't have hours to spend in the gym. I'm growing a business. I'm raising children. My husband is a stand-up comedian. We both work from home. We have a lot going on, and so I need something that works, and I need something where the learning curve is fairly small, where I can just take it and get it and do it. So this has worked for me, and so I'm wanting to share this with you and kind of do this extreme thing of eating pizza every day, just to show you that even if you want to have those foods that you love, that you're not really willing to give up, you can still do it, and you can still look great, and you can still achieve your goals. It's totally doable. So that being said, I am not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian. I'm not a psychiatrist. So if you have any medical issues, thyroid, hormone, anything like that, any history of eating disorder, anything that makes you kind of a special case, talk to a professional before you do something like this, because it may still work for you, but there may be some adjustments that need to be made, and you may need to have them in your corner to make sure that you're not causing further damage, because that's not the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to help you do better and feel better and make the progress that you want to make. So, a little bit more about the actual plan is that I'm going to have a full serving of pizza once a day and a full serving of M&Ms, dark chocolate M&Ms, because that's my preference, really doesn't matter, but a full serving of M&Ms once a day also. The time of day may vary based on my workouts, but most likely it'll be evening time, dinner time. You're not supposed to have carbs in the evening, right? Bad advice. I'm also going to be, so the sodium is really high in pizza, obviously. So I'm going to make sure that I'm getting plenty of water, at least a half gallon a day. It's not realistic for me personally to try to drink a full gallon of pure water every day. Every time I attempt that, I fail miserably. I can do it for a day or two, and then it's just too much. So I shoot for a half gallon. And then I have, like, you know, my BCAAs. By the way, these do not have vodka for those who know me. Not tonight. So if I have my BCAAs or a protein shake or my coffee in the morning, like all of those things that have water in them too helps me get closer to a gallon. But the half gallon is reasonable and realistic for me. And then, so in addition to making the pizza fit my macros, which is the proteins, fats, and carbs, my micros that I'll be tracking are fiber and sugar. Fiber, I'm going to make sure I get 25 grams a day, and then on sugar, typically in real life, I try to stick to 25 grams or less. However, one serving of M&Ms has 25 grams or so in it anyway, and so I am setting my goal at 35 to 50 grams of sugar. I'm setting the official goal at 50, but I'm going to keep it as low as possible. So, but there are so many things that have, you know, just a gram or two of sugar in them, and that adds up quickly. So I just have to be really cognizant of that when I'm building the rest of my day into MyFitnessPal, which is how I track all of this. And I'll go into all of that on a future vlog. But if you are interested in this and you want to try to figure this out as we go along, go ahead and put the MyFitnessPal app on your phone so that as I show you how I do it on mine, you can just follow along and just do it as I go. So as we go through this, I'm going to try to vlog every day. Sometimes life will happen and it may not work out, but as often as possible. And I'm going to try to assume that you know absolutely nothing about flexible dieting. So I'm going to keep everything really basic, build a foundation, and we'll build on that as we go. So if you have questions, please let me know. You can message me. You can post on Instagram, which is at FitLikeFlint, or you can follow me on Snapchat, same username, or find me on Facebook. My public page is also FitLikeFlint. That one does have the spaces. The other two obviously do not. Or you can email me, Rachel@fitlikeflint.com, and that's RACHEL @fitlikeflint.com. I will make it a point to answer as many questions as I can, and I'm really eager to share this experience with you guys. And the one other thing I didn't mention is that I have 2 photo shoots coming up in the next 8 weeks, and also a trip with my husband not too long after that. And so I wouldn't be doing this if I knew it wasn't going to work, or if I even thought it might not work. I've got a lot riding on this, and I so believe in flexible dieting, and so I'm going to be ready for that photo shoot and the other photo shoot and the trip, and I'm going to look better than I do now because I'm sticking to my macros and not binging because I'm not deprived. So again, if you have questions, shoot me a message and I'll make sure to get them answered. And I'm excited to have you guys following along with me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.